Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Drinks and Destination, a handy guide to the world of wine, spirits and more, along with a dip into travels around the world.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. Well, it's the weekend, almost the weekend. It's the first day that we say, today also it's a Friday. We have to still work. Now it's also the last show of this week. Today as we keep on doing, it's a routine. Towards the end of the weekend, we review the I-League matches that happened on Saturday and Sunday. Now, if you heard the show yesterday, you know that we previewed Saturday games yesterday, and today we shall talk about Sunday's matches. But hang in there. Before that, big news and a great, wonderful, get all the positive adjectives here you want to name and you can term it, because India has been right now ranked at 101. At least in my era, this is the best for me. And it was an amazing day yesterday. The rankings came out over the second half of the day. Chiranjit is joining me via Skype. Chiranjit, what an achievement. What a great number.
You were not alive in 1996 February.
I was 2 years old, so I wouldn't know about anything, right?
Yeah, so that's when we were 94, I guess. So, yeah, obviously, more than 2 decades have passed since we've had a ranking this good. So, great news. We knew it was coming. It got confirmed yesterday.
Yeah.
And this is hats off to AIFF, because they have done some mumbo jumbo here. Some of the IMG Reliance officials who contacted people who are good at calculating this FIFA ranking stuff. And they know how to manipulate it. So just how much difference it can make, just picking the right opponents and playing and actually winning.
Yeah.
You cannot take credit away from that. You can get them good matches, but they have to actually deliver and get all points.
Yeah.
And they did that. They won against Cambodia. They beat Myanmar. We thought that was gone.
Yeah.
If we had not won, we would have been nowhere near this.
Yes.
This particular rank. So we got lucky. We would have actually gotten into the top 100 if Bolivia had not beaten Argentina. That was one major surprise that happened. But this is great. Constantine has shown that you can do this within 2 years. Like March 2015, we were 173rd.
Yeah. And
suddenly we are 101. So we are right on the right track. We are going to go up. But, I'm hearing a lot of talk like, okay, 2 saal mein itna kiya, next 2 years we'll go further, another 70 ranks and all that stuff, and we will play 2026 World Cup and all that thing we are hearing. Let's not get carried away here. Listen to what Sunil Chhetri said. It's a good, we're on a good track, but this is a fickle tool. The FIFA rank does not always tell you exactly how good a team is. So it means that when we were ranked 173rd, we were not that bad. And it will also mean that if in the next year we break into the top 80s, that there's still a big question whether we are actually that good, because of how much this can be manipulated. So make no mistake, the big challenge will come when we go into the top 70.
Yeah.
Because that's when the ranking points really start climbing. And if you look at we have a ranking point somewhere in between 250 and 300. Saudi Arabia has 700. Okay, and they are like 28th or something, or 42nd or 43rd in the world. So they have double the points. So we have to go to that length. We have to basically double our points to get there, which means we have to beat teams that are ranked 30-40 above us.
Yeah.
And not in just in friendlies. We have to beat them in Asian Cup. We have to win in World Cup qualifiers, which won't be around for a while. So remember that once you go into the top echelons of the FIFA rankings, it's gonna get that hard to even make like a 5-place progress. It's not gonna be like 2 match jeet liya and you jump 40 places. That only happens in this area. from let's say 90 to 150. That's when you make the big jumps. So prepare for the harder battles to come, and slowly we'll see the next generation of players settling in who will be up for that challenge. So it's a long journey. It's not going to be 2026 World Cup, but once we get going, it's only going to be upwards. Hopefully we'll make it there.
Yeah. Now, before I get Kevin into the conversation, I would like to ask one more thing. How, as in, we cannot not. Yes, we did speak about Stephen Constantine bringing the change in, but probably spent a minute on what all he has done. He has managed to try. I mean, fight it out. Probably I think last year around this time or before that, we were in two minds whether he would be removed. There were news about all of that. But such a great achievement that man has done. I mean, a coach is always that silent man who, probably doesn't want to take the credit, but it's all due credit to him. And of course, we didn't mention about AIFF arranging all those matches, but a word for Stephen Constantine, Chiranjeev.
Oh man, he's changed everything. Okay, the bringing in the sports scientist, focusing on fitness, even becoming vocal about ISL, zapping fitness and putting fatigue into national team players. He has done everything. I don't think we can expect anything more from him. Given the set of players he has, and he has expanded the national team as well. Like how many new players debuted? Like 30 odd players have gotten international experience under him. So that's what he has done. He has given us new choices.
Absolutely.
He has made sure that even if Sunil is not playing for one game, we still have somebody to fall back on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Even if Sandesh is injured, we still have somebody else stepping up for him. So that's what ensures long-term success. And if you have a bunch of kids in late teens or early 20s, they are playing and getting international experience. That means 5 years later, those are going to be your backbones.
Yeah.
And they're going to see how far their seniors are taking them, and that's what they'll target, to do better than their seniors.
Right.
And that's how you ensure that the team has a progression. It's not stagnant. It's got people always trying to outdo each other and raise the overall level of the squad. So that's what Constantine is doing. He's created this new atmosphere around the national team, and given us reasons to feel proud of them. And you can never take that away from him.
Yeah, absolutely. What a gentleman he is, and he's been doing the right things. He's also given us like a future lot of players as well. Just let's mention the debutants that he's featured. Now, Kevin, let's bring him in the conversation. This feat probably once, I was saying that I just mentioned when we started saying this is for me a big thing, because yes, we were in the 90s, but I was 2 years old back then in 96, and probably, of course, I would not know. I only came about Indian football 2 years ago. Now, you are also kind of new in the system of Indian football, and how does it feel to see India ranked 101?
I think the best thing about all these events that are happening is the awareness that has been brought up. Back then there was not much talks. If you just see like 7 or 8 years back, TV wouldn't show many things. Now we have matches being telecast. Then you have the social media that's taken You have everybody talking about it. That is what you want. If you do not have awareness, if you do not have publicity given to a sport that's really a minimal viewership in all of the sports that we have in the country, it's not going to work. All the efforts are going in vain. So you have to commend Constantine over here. He's done things that were not easy. Firstly, he came into a team that was not doing very well. So he had plans and he executed them slowly, chunk by chunk, and look at where he's taken us today. The first thing that he wanted was have a bigger pool of players, that he's been always been kept telling, and he's vocal about it, that he needed more players to choose from, not the same old players who've been there in the team. So that's what it is revolutionary by this Constantine second stint in India. So bringing down the average age of players, that is also something very commendable, that you have to show the pathway for young players. It wasn't a team that was only meant for the seniors. It's now a team that any age group can fight for. Even players like Jerry, who are there in the squad right now, they even younger players, even under 17 players, can look up to Constantine's, the youngest players, saying yes, we still do have a chance. It's not a team that will only give you an entry when you're 24, 25. That's the biggest difference I feel that Constantine has brought into this Indian team.
Yeah, so it's not the age, it's about your performance. If you think you're worth giving it a shot, then why not? Probably you won't make a start at that age, but you will definitely be in the squad, and that itself is a great achievement, being part of that dressing room where you have legends whom you look up to. So that's a great feat. Kudos to the Indian football team and the AIFF, and of course the man behind all of this, the silent role that he plays, Stephen Constantine.
He had a tough time with AIFF as well, Now that he's crediting them, it's all his hard work that he's fought through, and he is giving them the due credit for the good things that they've done in the recent past.
Exactly. So let's move on, guys. Kudos out there. It's a great thing. Now, if not now, then when? Indian football fans, or all those fans who crib about or who complain about a lot of things, here you are. India is performing. Everything is looking good. Let's get back and back the blue, like they say, the blue army. Now let's get back to business, the actual thing that we always keep doing. Now we have some exciting 2 great matches to look forward to for a Sunday night. Well, I was thinking what to do. Now I have plans, and I'm going to watch both these matches on my couch. Now Bengaluru takes on Aizawl, which is at 4:35, Sunday kickoff evening. What a game. Bengaluru is hosting Aizawl. When they traveled to Aizawl, I think the score was 2-all. Bengaluru, yeah? Am I right, Chiranjeev? It was 2-all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And,
almost. Bengaluru almost losing it. They luckily got those 2 goals back in. And, here they are in a situation where Mohun, Bagan and East Bengal would want to see Bengaluru beat Aizawl, or else see Aizawl drop points here, rather. What are your thoughts? We start with Kevin. Kevin, tell me.
See, the only problem over here in this, popcorn eating, mouth watering, and 3D glasses on fixtures is Bengaluru FC. The reason I am saying the problem, it's because they are not aiming for anything in the I-League.
Yeah.
We know that they might even rest players like they did against Mohun Bagan. So I'm not looking forward to Bengaluru's performance over here. I'm looking to the Aizawl here.
What if Bengaluru can also hold that title of being of that people who spoil the party? The party poopers.
They haven't been at least that team this year.
Okay,
at least this year. You can talk about that. Say Churchill can do that. Spoiling parties. They've already done that. So Bengaluru, a little, they might just take a back step and let Aizawl have their way. But it doesn't mean it's going to be...
Okay, now I have to give all the attention, people out there. Mind you, Kevin is talking about Bengaluru FC, whom he gave a win against Mohun Bagan and whom he always favoured for whatever the result was. Look at him. Listen to him. Open your ears. West Block Blues. Listen to him. Now see what he's saying.
No way I was favouring Bengaluru FC last time around, and neither am I putting them down. It's just about priorities, and we've seen how Bengaluru did against Mohun Bagan. They didn't look that they wanted it. Although they know the title is far from their reach, it's a game that they just let go. Till the end, we never saw a fight from Bengaluru. And that really gives you an impression how they might approach the remaining 3 or 4 games. So that's what I feel is a little, uninteresting about this fixture. But as all, they are close. They know it's just a couple of wins. They are already ahead of East Bengal. They want to maintain that momentum going. But due to this international break, how it's going to affect them, really have to see.
Yeah. Chiranjeev, your thoughts?
I have huge disagreements with Kevin here because look, when they were playing Mohun Bagan last time, they had to rest some of their players because they had just turned out for the national team, and they needed them fresh for the Mazia game.
Yeah.
Which we knew, which we saw to be very close, and they got lucky. They got the win, but it made a difference. They could not afford having Eugensen and Sunil showing up tired for that match.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not the case here. They are playing at home. Their fans need some morale boosting. They won the last game against Mohun Bagan when they played at home, and they will want to put on a good show. They will not want to be perceived as cannon fodder. I think that they're too proud for that.
Yeah.
So Aizawl FC comes and beats them and secures the title there. That will be almost as bad as the 2014-15 league decider, where Mohun Bagan just scored at the last moment and took it from them. So that is not something they should stand for. And obviously they don't have any AFC Cup to rest their players for. And they will be going to Shillong Lajong away as well. So maybe that is a game where they'll rest some players. Okay, like you're playing away from home, you're playing on a turf. You might want to rest some of your players because then on the 19th you will have another AFC Cup game.
Yep.
Right. So this is not one of those games. They will try to show up and put on a show for their fans. And Aizawl FC, they should expect nothing less because it's never supposed to be easy for them. And they have had a good run. They should try to prove it. People have been saying like, okay, maybe it's a fluke, maybe they got lucky here and there, maybe they secured like this point and that point, but this is where they have a chance to show that they are the real deal. That they're really that good. And all the Aizawl FC players should also have a response to Stephen Constantine for not picking them for the national team camp. So all of those elements should come together. It's going to be a very interesting match. Bengaluru FC will not be as attacking as they would be if the title was on the line for them. But they should not be playing this easy either.
Yeah.
So we should expect to see like midfields coming alive for both the teams and a lot of back and forth, end-to-end game, pacey match, and more than one goal. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Just for fun, I'm going to pick Aizawl as a winner here. Just for some, let's see what happens. Favoring the underdog, the statement then Kevin did. Chalo, dete. Dekhte kya hota hai. Well, the other match, which is like another mouth-watering game at 7 p.m. kickoff, is the Derby, the Kolkata Derby, the second leg of the Derby. The first one was a goalless draw. A lot of things happened, but except goals. Now, hoping that this would be a match that, we've been waiting for. That was just a teaser and this is the actual film, because that's how both the teams will have to approach this, because they both want those. Leave the need aside, they want those 3 points. Chiranjit, we start with you, of course. What do you have to say?
Oh man, I'm going crazy about this, okay? Because I told you when the first derby happened that I wanted the title to be decided before the next derby. But obviously that's not the case, and suddenly we have a derby that will decide the title race. LFC get an advantage. If either team wins, they get an advantage, huge advantage going into the last few rounds. Maybe there's more, East Bengal will still have a big hill to climb even if they win this derby, but they will gain back that momentum. What they lost when they faced a defeat at Chennai. So they will come full throttle. Mohun Bagan can gain everything, all that they have shown, in the last couple of games, beating Bengaluru FC and Abahani, scoring a ton of goals, everybody being at top form. That's not something they had last time. Sony Norde is fit. Katsumi Usai looks in form. Balwant is scoring. JJ is scoring. Duffy is scoring. This is not the situation they were in back in January when they were playing Derby. So obviously they're coming in with a better shape, but they have bad news in terms of Pranay Haldar and Subhashish Bose, who are not making the travel.
Okay,
they are still injured, and the coach has decided not to risk them. And we have heard of some rumor that Sanjay Sen is trying out a new formation, and I'm not very sure if the Derby is the place to do that. But if you don't have Pranay Haldar, maybe he's trying to adjust to that, because you need somebody. You need that henchman in the midfield to act as a counter to what Mehtab Hossain does to the opponent team's attacks. Mehtab Hossain, the guy may be playing his last Kolkata Derby. Okay, because there is a good chance after merger he will not stay at East Bengal. He will probably go to Kerala Blasters. So He's an East Bengal legend. He has played like 30, 40 derbies in his career. He will try to give everything in this match. Wedson, he was not in the best of shapes. He was criticized for his performance in the last few games. He was giving an interview to somebody, and he says like, I guarantee you will see a very different person.
Okay.
On that day.
Okay.
Sony Norde has suddenly gone quiet. Kasumi Yusa, I think he lost his cool for the first time during a practice session last time, because things were not going exactly as he wanted others to follow. So you can see the pressure is building up so many ways.
Yeah.
And people are going crazy over it. All the trains are booked. The flight tickets have jumped up from Kolkata to Siliguri. I am in Malda. It's like 4 hours from Siliguri. I will make the journey tomorrow. I was thinking I'll get on a local train, I'll make it a normal journey. But I just heard, just going around and talking to people, so many people are planning to travel on Sunday. I just had to freaking book a ticket on a train just to make sure I get a seat. So it's crazy, people are calling up friends in Siliguri and asking about whether they have secured tickets or not. It's going to sell out. But my concern is that there's going to be an equal number of people who will just show up on that day, hoping to get a ticket, but will not get a ticket. And then you have a cluster situation around the stadium. So all those, factors will go in. And we may again have a security situation. But seriously, I mean, that is something for the police to deal with. I think they are deploying security forces from Darjeeling and Assam are coming in to help them out. The entire city is going to be a fortress on Sunday. So that's how it looks like, because everything is on the line.
Yeah.
This may be the last edition of I-League per se, right? I mean, the National League will carry on, but remember, East Bengal have never won an I-League. They've won the National Football League. And if they don't win it this season, they will, people will say, okay, you never won an I-League. Okay. And also the fact that they've come this close and they have a chance after such a long time, like 14 years it's been.
Yeah.
And at one point as a Mohun Bagan fan, I had to wait 13 years for a league title. I know how it feels. It must be eating them alive. And then it comes back to that you are facing Mohun Bagan and you have to win to secure the title. If East Bengal don't win this game, forget it, they're out. Okay, if Mohun Bagan get a draw in this match and Bengaluru beat Aizawl, Mohun Bagan still have a chance. But East Bengal are almost out of it. So they will go. They are playing at 7 p.m. They will know what happened in that game. Maybe that will add to the urgency these guys will face. If Aizawl FC win, then whoever wins this match is in contention. The other team is almost out of the race.
Yeah.
And so all of these permutations and combinations are being talked about. Everybody's charged up, and the tension is unreal. Unreal. Even in a like a derby happening at Salt Lake Stadium, I don't remember ever there being this amount of tension. And I really want to say to people who are traveling, stay safe, people. Like, don't get into unnecessary provocations. Don't let anybody provoke you into this. It's not worth it. It's not worth having a riot on a train. Yeah. Okay, somebody may die and then you will regret it forever. Yeah. It's not worth it. Just stay calm. It's a 500 kilometer travel. There are lots of dangerous spots along the way. Just sort of try to keep it safe and not harm each other too much, because it just seems like a recipe. The pressure cooker is about to burst. Because there's just too much on the line. You have that long unbeaten home record that Mohun Bagan have in the I-League and AFC Cup and Federation Cup in the national level. They have not lost since Bengaluru FC beat them back in 2013-14 or something. And that's at home. So that is one record they will be trying to defend. East Bengal have never lost to Mohun Bagan outside Kolkata in the last 16 years. Yeah. Okay, whenever it has happened outside Kolkata, they have either won or it's been a draw. And it may be a draw in the end. And after all this hullabaloo, it may end up being a draw, which part of me wants, because I don't want to see anybody get hurt after the match. So see, it's all these things. You want it to be about. Wait. So I'll take that again, huh?
Yeah, just make it quick.
So it's all these things. You want it to be just about what's happening on the field, the points, the league title, the title race, your glory and your pride and whatever. But it just becomes about so much more. That's what a derby does to you.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you're thinking maybe if it's a draw, less people will get hurt. And it's hard to explain how that logic drives your brain. You feel confused, you feel split, and you just this is what it is to live the Kolkata Derby. And I can't even imagine what the coaches and what the players are feeling right now. All the best to them. Obviously I'm rooting for Mohun Bagan, but as you know, I will not try to predict what's going to happen, because I'm not that stupid. So there is zero ways to predict how it's going to turn up and which side is going to be smiling at 9 p.m. on Sunday.
Yeah. Kevin, your quick thoughts on this match?
This is the match to watch in this, yes, it's the last edition of I-League, and probably the most historic game in this I-League. And the derby, all these years, obviously there have been much more interesting derbies before this, but this is all different. As everything, as Chiranjit pointed out, everything is in line for this, and it's not just the game; it's everything around it. As we talk about it's like a knockout.
Yeah,
it's like a final. It's not even like it's a semi-final, but it is definitely knockout for both these games, for both these teams, and it's the pressure. The pressure can help you just bring out the best in you, or it can just crumble you.
Yeah.
You might just see someone just missing out a sitter, and you might just see a stunner. It's all got that in this game. Everything is built up. And yes, we do hope that safety is the first priority for everybody. And whatever the result is, I hope we see some good fight for both teams. Yeah,
may the best team win at the end of the day, and probably a great way to end your weekend as well. By Sunday 9 p.m, just like Chiranjit said, we'll know which team is celebrating, or if they are together mourning because it'll be a goalless draw. But on the happier side, if it's a goalless draw, as Chiranjit said, there will be nobody harmed. I hope, like last time what happened, we lost few people due to accidents, so hopefully that is avoided this time, just like Chiranjit mentioned. Now that's all, folks, for today. Yes, it was a long show. Well, we had two great things happening. One about Indian football team reaching 101, the other great matches to look forward to on Sunday, so we had to talk about it in extensive. And if you enjoyed the show, do hit like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon to get updates of our new episode. You can also listen to our podcast on Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and various other podcasting apps. Also download the IVM podcast app on iOS and Android. You can talk to us about anything that you want to know about Indian football. Chiranjit Oja, Boza_Kevin, Siju Matthew 94. Those are our respective Twitter handles. Also follow the TFG football Twitter handle, and for all updates that you need to know and you want to read about Indian football, any stories, get onto our website, thefangraphs.com. Have a great day, folks. Cheers. Enjoy the weekend.
एक्सक्यूज मी भैया, एक्सक्यूज मी।
बोलिए मैडम।
मेन्यू में क्या है?
मेन्यू में सीन अनसीन है, पॉडकास्ट है, ऑनकोर्स है, साइरस है, मेड इन इंडिया, रीडिस्कवरी प्रोजेक्ट, एम्पावरिंग सीरीज, सेक्स वैक्स है, IVM लाइक्स है, सिंप्लीफाइड है, कीपिंग इट क्वियर है, ड्रिंक्स एंड डेस्टिनेशन है, माय नेबर जकरबर्ग है, और द फैन गराज है। आपको क्या चाहिए?
एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे क्या?
रिपीट नहीं करता हम। आप जाओ IVMpodcast.com पे और सुनो ये सब, या फिर डाउनलोड करो उनका ऐप, सब आपकी उंगलियों पे।